gonna be doing the taper in the back. We're gonna do a taper on the side. We're gonna shape them on up. And do this beard, do beard trim. So right now we're just combing them out, getting them all combed down. See what we're working with.
You know like what?
We'll do that Brooklyn blowout, you know what I mean? Brooklyn blowout. We're gonna start in the back. We're gonna be working with the masters. We're gonna start with the masters. We're gonna jump to the 3-guard. We're gonna leave ourselves some room for error. We're gonna start with the 3-guard. We're gonna start getting a blend back here in the back. So when you're going in the back, you want to go. You want to come up, flick out. I'm gonna flick it out. That's gonna create that tapered effect. To get that blended, this is gonna be a really simple one because he's pretty much already tapered at the bottom. Now we just getting our template ready. So as you can see, you can still see a little weight down at the bottom. We're going to get that all blended down.
Are you ready? About 10.
See how we're getting it? It's getting a little lighter. So I'm going to close it all the way up. Close it all the way up to your bottom set.
Like
Come up, flick out.
Exactly what I'm doing. Getting that. Got down so low, I think. I ain't like it. I ain't even seen it.
This is one of the haircuts that I had challenges with when I first started out my career. And over a period of time, I was able to, through trial and error, to perfect it. And as you can see, we're starting to get the blend up in here. We have a little bit of weight here. And we're going to drop down. We're going to have to drop down to our 2. So we're going to take off the 3. Grab the 2. Pop the 2 on. I'm going to work out this here. Go straight up. Come out. And you see how it's starting to, now we're starting to get all of that weight out of it. That weight is starting to come out. Okay. So you always want to come up and flick out. You taper. You don't never want to go straight up, because if you go straight up, you're going to create another hard line. You don't want that. You don't want to make more work for yourself. You want to simplify it and keep it simple. Okay, as you can see, we still got just a little bit of weight right down at the bottom. So we're going to take our 2, we're going to close it up to your first notch. We're going to go right down at the bottom. Right here at that weight line. Flick out. Flick your wrist. That is the key to proper blending, is flicking your wrist. Flick of your wrist. Because you get these haircuts down here, butter, your money is going to be butter. You never want to go higher Then the occipital bone. The occipital bone is about right here. That you want that to be covered up with hair. You always want that occipital bone to be covered. You never want that exposed when you're doing an afro tape. See, on this side here, we got a little weight there, so we're gonna open that back up. And we're gonna go and we're gonna flick out. Same way. Get it down. Okay, see how we're getting that? We're getting that all blended down. It's starting to become a good blend transition. We're gonna look at the other side. Get to the other side. We got her open. We're gonna go up in there, flick out. And get that all tapered down, blend it up. Good.
When's that bottom drop?
You always want to comb your hair back down when you go up to see what it's looking like. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close it back up to the first notch again. We're going to go just underneath where we left off at. And just go in there and you're flicking your wrist. If you're using the back of the blade, the hair goes in, you sit this flush on the hair, the hair will drop down into there, it'll hit there, and in the front, the bottom teeth here is what actually is going to be doing your cut. You never want to lead with the teeth like this, because that's not going to get you the level that you want to. You want to make sure that that is flush on the head as you're blending. Okay? So now, you can look at them here. We got a little bit of weight there, so we're going to jump back to our 3, because we're going to have to go up higher. The higher you go, the bigger the blade. So we're going to go to your, back to my 3. And we're going to go up, and we're going to flick out. Combing back down, always combing back down, the direction that the hair grows. We're going to get that all tapered down. We'll close that 3 up to your first knot. And do the same thing just underneath where you did the 3 open. And make sure that's all blended down so all that weight is out. You want a good transition blend from the top all the way down. Always flick out, always flick out as you're going up. What we're doing, we're getting that blend going down. And now that we pretty much got that blend, we know right in here we left off with the 2 closed. So everything down from there will be your 1 down to your no guard 0. You're doing a skin taper in the back. Okay? Go ahead, always dust off your climb. Make sure you dust off your climb in the back there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my liners and I'm going to take my line and I'm going to put a line on either side before I start my blending. That lets me know how clean my blend is as I start to fade. So I'm going to go ahead and put the line on the side here. Getting a good nice line here. And as you can see, I actually tapered him last week, but this has already been his haircut. I'm also going to make a tutorial for one that's all the way an afro that you have to create it yourself. It's the same process. Okay, and now you see that little weight right there. And what we can do with that little weight there,
I got more.
take it. We're gonna open it. We're gonna close it all the way up, and we're gonna go with the grain to knock some of that weight out of that back of that piece, so we get a nice crisp line on the edge. We want a nice crisp line on the edge all the way down. Okay, so now we got a little bit of weight there, so I'm gonna grab my tube off, open it all the way up, and go right back behind that ear, right at the lining area. Gonna take some of that weight out of there, close it up all the way to your first one, keep going with the grain, knock that down. And knocking it down so that way it'll be flush with the thing. So once I put that lining on there, you got a good, nice, crisp line on the side. Okay.
That's what I want to do with the old line got over there. That's what I'm talking about.
And getting it to a good blend just comes through trial and error. We're going to switch it to the other side. As you can see, we have a little bit of weight right behind the ear on the other side. So we're going to do the same process that we did on the other side. We're going to grab the three. We're going to open it all the way up. We're going to go with the grain. We're going to go down. Let's not really take too much. So we're going to close it all the way up to your first notch. We're going to go down. And you can hear the hair cutting. And it's not really cutting a lot. So we're going to take it. We're going to put our tube back on. We're going to go continuously with the grain. Knock that weight down behind the ear. That way we can get the same lining on this side as we did the other side. Okay, so now we got that knocked down. We're going to go back in and grab the liners again. We're going to go back behind the ear. And we're going to get a good line on that. I just want you all to bear with me. This is my first actual tutorial DVD that I'm doing. There will definitely be more to come. We're also going to do a low skin fade. And we're also going to do a straight hair, a businessman straight haircut. Those are a lot of the hardest haircuts that you'll run into, that you'll see around in this area around Fort Campbell. The hardest ones that you'll run up against. So now we got him all blended down on the side. So now what we're going to do, we're going to start at the bottom of his nape area. And we're going to, so right down here at the bottom here, we're going to skin them out with the liners. I'm going to give them a little skin them out at the natural hairline. Not too high, just an inch, half inch to an inch above his natural hairline. So we can get a good, nice, clean taper. Get it nice and clean. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dust him off. Get loose hair off of there. So when I'm doing the blend, I do not want the blend to come above this region right here. So we're going to keep it low, so once we stop, it's going to blend into this area here. So we're going to grab our masters again. We're going to close them all the way up, because if you ball them out with the liners at the bottom, You want to go to 0, all the way closed on your masters. And you're going to go, and you're going to, same thing, if there's a guard on it, you're going to lay this part against the back of the head, and you're going to flick your wrist as you're going up to push the hair up. We're going to go in, and we're going to start our blend. You only want to go up 1/2 inch to 1 inch as you're going up. Not too high. Okay. Do that all the way across. Okay, so now we knocked out our bottom line. Now you're going to go to your second notch. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go up 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Make sure that V is flush against the head. You need to raise the chair up or down to get you a good angle. And do whatever you have to do to make yourself comfortable so you can get a proper blend. Just flick your wrist as you're going up. You're going to knock out that second one. Okay. Always keep a comb or a brush in your hand to make sure that you comb back down as you're blending to see what you've done.
I like trees.
So we got second notch. Alright, so now we're going to go to our third notch. Alright, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Make sure that's flush on the head. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Just a little bit. You don't want to go too high. Okay.
And it's gonna blow by. You might have to do it. You don't like
We're going to do that all the way across. All the way across. We're going to do that all the way across. Now if you start to see yourself, now you can see, as you can see, we're starting to get close to that line. So what we're going to do, we're going to work backwards. We're going to go in there, we're going to work backwards a little bit. Okay, calm that back down. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab my 0 guard. Here, which is your 0 guard or your 1/16. 0. So, like I told you before, you don't want to go any higher than that because this here is this occipital bone. We want to keep it low there. So what we're going to do is, we got a 0 guard on. We're going to go up and we're going to flick out right below that line, right below that occipital bone. We're going to go in there. We're going to flick your wrist, sit it on there flat, flush on the head. As in the military, as we say, parallel to the marching surface. Okay? You're going to knock that, you're going to start knocking all of that weight out. You're going to start knocking all of this weight out. And as you can see, we're starting to get down. Keep that low. Okay. We're keeping that, like I said, we're keeping that low. Because you want up in here to be dark. Keep that dark. Until it's starting to blend. Some of the weight starting to get up, but you can still see a line here. Alright, now that we got that there, we're going to take it, we'll close it up halfway. We're going to go just beneath where we left off at. If you got to stretch the skin a little bit, stretch your skin a little bit. Okay, now as you can see, that line is starting to become more and more faint, which is what you're looking for. Looking for this line to become more and more faint. That's creating your blend. Make sure you flick that wrist. Flicking that wrist is the key to a proper blend, that you will not go up into the area where you just left off at. Okay? So now we're getting closer and closer to the desired result that we're looking for. So now we're going to close it all the way. As you can see, this faint line that's going here, you're going to sit it right there and you're going to flick. You're going to flick it out. Flick that line here. So as you can see, the line is disappearing. Flick. When I was starting out, when I really didn't understand the whole concept of flicking your wrist, I remembered that song, Flick of Your Wrist. I sang that song in my head all the time to remind me that I needed to flick the wrist. So whatever helps you to remember. And as you can see, his hair is growing in all type of directions. You always want to go against whatever direction is growing in, you want to go against in that same direction. So now, we're going to take the guard off, we're going to open it up, and we're going to take it to that fourth notch.
I said the person that's saying that on news, they probably got 5 minutes. Yeah, they call it. Yeah. They don't even know.
Alright, so we pretty much got the bottom blended pretty good. Calm them down, make sure, look at it for any spots that you may need to clean up, take down, anything like that. Comb it in the direction that his hair grows. Right, now on this side here, see just a little bit, just a little bit. So we're going to grab our tool again. We're going to open it all the way up. Get right at this corner here. We're going to go in there, just flick out. Take that little bit of weight out of there, make sure it's blended properly. Close it up. The side. Now the easiest way I can show you about doing the side is we're going to go ahead and line him up first. That way you can see his points, where his points are, and everything. So we're going to get him a good line up in the front and the side. And usually when I'm lining, I'm resting my index finger on the head to give me some leverage so it's not moving around a lot. I can get a good, nice, crisp line. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna do his point, his C note. I'm gonna show you an easy trick that'll help you do anyone's taper properly. It's a foolproof system that I picked up while I was in the shop. It's worked aces for me. Okay? Get that nice and crisp. Again, I'm having my index finger rested on the head. Take the comb. I'll sit it right at here because you never want your taper to go above the ear. And you're going to match it up with that point. So right here, we're going to see. And down is where his taper is going to be. It's a foolproof system. Boom. And you can open it all the way up. In the same motion. Sit that on there. You're going to take that and you're going to flip. Click your wrist. Right there. Just like that. Okay. So we got that. Now we see where we need to go with that. So we're going to flick that up, clean that up. That all clean. Pull the skin just slightly, not too much. You don't want to pull it up too far. You need to do it. Just make sure, boom, clean that area out. Okay? Because your taper is always going to go at an angle just behind the ear. And that's my foolproof system. That's something I learned on my own people. So now, you don't have to use you can use all the steps, or you don't have to. Usually I'll take it, I'll close it up halfway. I'll go just underneath where I left off. Just underneath where I left off. You don't want to go too high up into it. And as you can see, it's starting to taper down. It's starting to go to the skin. Okay? Do that. Just clean it up. I have it all the way closed to my 0. And as you can see, that quip got them tapered down. Just doing it.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Alright. Now we got them tapered down to the bottom to the skin. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my one guard. It might not work out too well because his hair is kind of short here. So we're going to go right up in here. We're just going to flick out. And as you can see, it's kind of pretty much taper. Okay.
What about this one? You gonna get his cut too?
Okay. So we're getting them blended down. We're going to go halfway. We're going to go halfway close. We're going to go just underneath there. Okay. We're going to break out the 0. Open it all the way up. We're going to go just beneath where we go. Pull the skin up just a little bit. Pull the skin up just a little bit. Same flicking motion. Flick out. Flick out. As you can see, the blend is coming together. But yet this guy was pretty much already blended. We're going to go halfway close. We're going to go just underneath where we left off at. Gonna go just underneath where we left at. Yeah, and close all the way up to your last knot. Go just underneath where you left off there. And knock it on. Pretty much, we're blended. Alright, now we're pretty much blended. See a little dark spot there. Switch it out. Okay. All out. Now we're going to grab our winders again. You always want to go behind the ear. You always want to put that line behind the ear. That line behind the ear shows you that fade from skin all the way back up to dark when you put that line behind the ear. My mentor always told me that line behind the ear is the key. I don't know why he said it, but it looks good. So we're just going to get back there, get them nice and crisp behind the ear. And we're not going to show the other side, but you can pretty much see one side, and you will do the same thing on the other side. The exact same way. Okay. Just getting to see it. You can see how it goes from skin all the way to dark. Unless you know you got your taper at the right angle for his ear. Everybody's ears, most people's ears are going to be different. Okay. Alright people, this is the finished product. Afro tapers, Afro skin taper, blowout, bob, whatever you want to call it. I know everybody's terminology is different, but this is the Afro blowout. I'm just doing the little finishing touches on it. Just making sure we nice and crisp. Already raised them up on the line up. Everything did his beard, raised them up on his beard. And we are all clean. Just cleaning up any loose hairs around. You know, those little details mean something. Pay attention to the little detail. Just make sure all of the hairs are, no loose hairs are in there. Look under his neck, make sure you got all of the loose hair under there. Make sure everything is crisp and clean. We're just cleaning them up a little bit. Everybody, that is a finished product. That's a finished product. I'm going to go around. Dusting down.